Hey guys, good morning. Happy Wednesday. It's Daryl here. It's 7 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. I'm running a little late today because I'm getting the apps and I'm trying to set up a green screen here so I can have a little more effects and have a background behind me. So I was working on that this morning and a few other things. But there's about three or four kind of interconnected stories. And I just like to have a heart to heart and sit down and talk to you guys and kind of tie them all in together in my thoughts. One of the things I saw this morning was there was a Gallup poll, and Donald Trump won the title of the most admired man in the world. I think it was in the world. And Michelle Obama, for the third year straight, won the title of most admired woman in, I think it was in America, in the United States. So I thought I sat there with my mouth open for a minute. And I thought about this, and it is what it is. I respect Gallup polls. I don't quite understand how this man could be admired. Maybe people that admire wealth. I'm not one of those people. A lot of times I don't put a high priority on earning money, which I probably should. But who knows? It is what it is. But I gave this some thought. So Donald Trump wins, apparently wins the poll, the top on this Gallup poll of the most admired man in the United States. So I thought about this. And I thought about Donald Trump. I thought about the recent beating he's taken, like on Twitter. Okay, so he put out a campaign-style video, and I'll be honest with you guys, I have not seen it. I've read about it in about a dozen different articles, but I haven't seen it. It's a campaign-style video. Now, as we know, the election was 2 months ago, so why Donald Trump is making a campaign-style video, I have no idea. But one of the things he caught a beating for was that he photoshopped a picture of the Nobel Prize medal. I think it was, I'm not sure now, but I think it was with a meeting of him and Kim Jong-il, maybe. I don't know if he believes that he never won a Nobel Prize, or as he calls it, a Nobel Prize. Yeah, unbelievable. So so he puts out this video with the Nobel Prize picture there, insinuating, I guess, that he won it, he should have won it. And I thought about that. I thought about the dishonesty involved in that. What came to mind was the people that get caught scamming, like people that wear the fake medals or say they were in Vietnam and they weren't. People like that. That's who came to mind. I'm sure Trump supporters are making excuses right now. Well, he should have won it, and making up all these excuses for him. And I thought about this Gallup poll. So I thought to myself, how long is it going to be? I'm guessing sometime today, Wednesday, he's going to need to use this Gallup poll about being the most admired man. And this is my bet. Now, this is my opinion, that he's going to work this into his election scenario. The election was a fraud, yada, yada, yada. And, this is what I picture. This is what I picture. Now, if I'm wrong, we'll see. And I'll talk about it. If I'm wrong, I'll talk about it in another video. But this is what I see coming from Donald Trump. I see a tweet or a couple tweets coming where he talks about this Gallup poll being the most admired man. And I guarantee that he's going to say something along the lines of, well, how could the most admired man in America possibly lose the election? That he's going to use it as pseudo proof that the election was a fraud. I mark my words. Mark my words. This is coming. All right, and that's that. We'll see if that happens. And the last thing I really want to talk about, I have been looking up Section 230 more. Now, this really scares me. There's a good TED Talk concerning Section 230, and I put it on my community page. I urge you guys to take a look at it. it lays it out. Section 230, I think it came about around 1995, if according to a couple of these videos. And pre-Section 230, the internet was a whole different landscape. It innovated, and it gave small companies the opportunity to come on board and innovate. Now, a lot of people will say, a lot of people have a problem with Section 230 because Donald Trump tries to paint it as tech giants against the little man, but that's not how I see it. That's not how most people that I think that understand it see it. It's basically the internet's freedom of speech. It's basically the internet's First Amendment. Now, he's still trying to get this in there. Mitch McConnell just last night tried to include a bill with the $2,000 checks tied into eliminating Section 230 and an investigation into voter fraud, unbelievably, caving into Trump a little bit. All right, so Section 230 is freedom of speech for the internet, basically. Donald Trump is upset that basically some conservatives have the complaint that these big tech companies discriminate against the right. This isn't true. This isn't true. They, at their discretion, they remove harmful or obscene material. Some of the radical groups in America. Some like take for instance Sandy Hook near here. Some of the deniers there. Alex Jones. Some of the stuff he says. Now this is the stuff that conservatives are complaining about. Some of this abhorrent material was removed, and now they think that was discrimination. So they want to remove Section 230, and it's hard to understand what the outcome of this might be. I don't think there'd be videos. I don't think there would be videos like I'm making right here. I think it would change the whole landscape. It would hurt the internet, and it would hurt the people that use Facebook, that use Twitter. Because then imagine Twitter having to take like an hour to have moderators look over. Imagine your tweet taking 1 hour to get posted after you write it out, because that's what it would take. Because then a moderator would have to check over every single tweet. A live moderator would have to check over every single tweet. So using that for live news and all that would go right out the window. In this TED Talk that I put on my community page, the speaker explains how we'll be left with two extremes, where either the tech companies will go completely hands off and will have pornography and all sorts of other stuff like on Facebook, or they'll go the other way, where they'll have to check everything. And that's where you'd have the hour long, taking an hour or 2 hours for your tweets to get on Twitter. Not a good situation. Now, the reason Donald Trump wants to do away with Section 230, most of all, is because of his ego, because he's being flagged for all these dishonest tweets. I have other suspicions now. I'm not very savvy when it comes to law on the internet, but I'm thinking about what Donald Trump's going to do after he leaves the office. And there was talk of him setting up a news company or a far-right internet site. Now, if he eliminates Section 230, and this will irrevocably damage companies like Facebook and Google and Twitter, and then along comes Donald Trump with a new startup company. You see where I'm going with this? I'm wondering if it's a way to just do away with all his competitors and become the number one internet guy on the block after he eliminates Section 230, and these guys and all these other tech companies fall down. I don't know, but I don't think it's good. Section 230 is the internet's First Amendment. So those are some thoughts I have for today. Mark my words. Donald Trump is going to talk about this most admired thing. All right, I'm coming up on time. You guys have a good Wednesday. I'll be back later with another video.